Hello there, kids. It is I, Stray Cat, the one and only, coming to you with a vlog because it's been a bit. It has been quite a bit. I didn't intend on it being that long of a bit, but it's been a bit. There was a lot of things that went on. A work week where I just didn't have the energy or the wherewithal to really put myself on camera because my week at work started with a breakaway, which is where the hose disconnects from the pump, and a misfuel. And then it almost ended that week in the same way. So that was fun. Not really, obviously. At least in the beginning of the week, they were somewhat understandable mistakes. The breakaway is always what the hell are you thinking sort of thing, but misfuels can go either way. If the customer was clearly not paying attention and the attendant's going with what the customer said instead of their gut, that's essentially what happened with that. It gets messy, and it's not necessarily anyone's fault in that regard. Stomach's being noisy now. But that was not fun. We avoided disaster at the end of the week. It could have gone that way, but it didn't. So it was lucky in that regard. But at the end of that week, which was the first week, I didn't post a vlog. It was just, I didn't have the energy. I didn't have the wherewithal. I didn't have anything really nice to talk about. So it didn't happen. And then the week after that, was interesting. It was an emotional roller coaster instead of a work shenanigans roller coaster. The week started with a shame of mine. It was purely accidental. Purely accidental and extremely fucking stupid of me. I was not paying attention like I should have been, and accidents happened. Suffice it to say that I won't be making that mistake again because I was very shocked at what I did, to the point I spent almost 45 minutes calming down because it was so stupid of me. So there was that. And then the week ended with having to put my cat down. We knew it was coming. She was 14 years old. She was getting to elder at this point. An elder kitty cat. And her kidneys were starting to go. They were failing. And that was kind of what should have been the immediate sign, because of the fact that she had a urinating problem. Honestly, we thought it was just because she's a bigger cat. We thought she just couldn't get her big butt in the litter box. But as time went on and more things started showing up, she lost a ton of weight. She used to be, she wasn't fat, but she was chonky. at best. I mean, she was, dare I use the phrase, thick, and she just kind of lost all of that pretty quickly, to the point that she ended up being, near the end, basically fluff and bones. That was it. Uh, they apparently weighed her before the deed, and she was under 7 pounds, just barely over 6. So she was, yeah, it was not good. She started eating less. She started drinking water less. At some point, she just kind of started hiding from everyone. Everyone being the family. I couldn't end up taking her with me to the apartment, and that's kind of a regret. Another regret was that I couldn't be there during. I was working at the time. I couldn't really get anyone to cover for me. And yeah, she we had a funeral for her later that day when I got home. Swung by the parents' house on the way, and had a funeral for her. It was funny. She loved to run outside so much, and she did kind of like a couple of the trees that we had planted when we had moved in, and she's in between those two trees now. So, yeah. Anyway, enough of that. I said in the last video, fucking a month ago, that I would show off my pistols at some point, and well, here they are. They're cleared, no mag, nothing, no. I can't really do it with one hand. Maybe if I do a push check. Nope, can't do that either. Okay. Well, trust me that they're clear. Nothing, no cocking, no nothing. I made sure of that before I started recording. Same with the 9 here. All, yep, nothing. Nothing in there. Nothing. Okay. It's hard to do that sort of shit one-handed, but trust me, that was the case. They're not necessarily like everyday carry. In fact, I don't really carry them on my person at all outside. I just have them. Well, this one, the American, I keep in the house, just for home defense, that sort of thing. It generally is it's pretty hefty. It's pretty hefty, as you can tell from the size of the thing. It has a bit of heft, and with the mag in it, it's even heavier. But I mean, it's not as heavy as it could be, for sure. 17 plus 1, 9 mil. The Ruger American pistol that I was enamored with the tagline, because it's just fucking cheesy enough that I was just like, okay. It would be un-American to have anything else. It's like, fuck, that's so fucking stupidly cheesy. I love it. Give me one. But, yeah, that was a thing. The other one being the LCP, also by Ruger here. This is a 380. Normal mag is 6 plus 1 extended, which has a little more grip area because it's just a small baby. Has 7 plus 1. for the extended, because it has an extended base plate for all of that. This one has its own little pocket holster, I guess you would call it. It just kind of sits in the pocket there. This hooks into the side of it, so when you pull it out, it just kind of keeps the holster in and pulls the gun out instead of the whole fucking thing coming out, which is ideal in that situation if you have to. This I keep in the car just in case I end up accidentally hitting something on the way to work or back from work, because the path I take is a bit country bumpkin road, at least until you get into the main city area. And it's best to have something just in case, because there are a lot of animals that cross that road in general, in most places before you hit the city. So there's that. This one is the one that I intend on open carrying when I do get the CHL. I still have not been able to find the time because work is hectic as fuck, as always. Didn't think it would be more hectic after hitting manager, but here we are. It's outside the waistband holster, kind of tucks it in by here, and then the pistol sits out here. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. One-handed, technically. One-armed and one-handed. Close enough. Just kind of slips in. A little tab there to get it to come on out. Again, hard to do one-handed, but there you go. I managed to do it. So let's pop that back in before I forget. There we go. I'll put that over there. Okay, so introduction's complete. You now know my pistols. The little one is in .380 auto. The big one is in 9mm because I am a I am a dork who prefers to have semi-similar rounds to each other. Doesn't mean that I should be putting 9 in a .380 or should be putting 3. I mean, you could get away with .380 in a 9, but it wouldn't cycle properly. But that's besides the point. I'm getting off topic because I'm an idiot. I am simple. I'm a simple man. I prefer what I'm used to, and those things are things I'm used to. So there you go. So, getting off that topic now that I've done what I said I was going to do, I will go on to the other thing that I haven't done in a while: video games. Video games. Who would have thunk I would eventually talk about video games in a vlog? Who would have known? Especially considering, the fact I haven't done them in forever. So, I've been keeping track of the train wrecks that one of I was a part of, and the other I was not, and kind of laughed at people who were a little, but now I feel that I have no leg to stand on in that regard. In regards to Anthem, I've heard some semi-worrying things, but also things that make me think that maybe BioWare isn't going away anytime soon, but they're on their maybe last final chance. They're probably hoping that Dragon Age 4 will go the way they want it to, because if it doesn't, they may not have a studio anymore. Anthem has done away with a roadmap, done away with any semblance of the plans that they had before, and are apparently lowering their price of access through EA Access to $5, which, I mean, eventually all their big budget games do that in that regard, from EA's premium access to the basic access. But the time frame of when they start doing that has been getting smaller and smaller, especially with games that didn't do well. Currently, Anthem is now the record holder from release to basic access with 6 months. 6 months since release, it finally hit basic access. It's not a great look. Not at all. It is definitely something that could possibly revitalize the game, getting more players into the game who were interested, maybe for whatever reason, and or who just want to see just how much of a wreck it actually is, to actually give them a chance at the game. So maybe it'll revitalize it in some way, shape, or form. But considering the fact that price drops are usually never a good sign, I am loath to think that it will be an immediate bump for Anthem's futures. That said, there's also the fact that Fallout 76 has not been getting much better. Really, really not. Fallout 76 has been having the gameplay itself is not terrible, but it's not stellar. I would argue that it is mediocre. The main problem seems to be technical, and that's not a good thing if you're doing a live service game like Anthem and Fallout 76. At least in regards to Anthem, they worked on the technical aspect and then realized that they couldn't do what they were hoping to do in regards to their roadmap and Cataclysm and all of that, so they put those on the back burner. With Fallout 76, at least the vision is there, and the vision is okay, but the technical aspect just consistently breaks. And speaking of breaking, I broke a promise to myself that I wouldn't spend money on this. But there was a legitimate reason why I'm bringing this up. It's Atom bundle deal that it was running until September 9th. It was, if I recall correctly, you would get 1,000 atoms plus 500 bonus atoms, plus the Mechaneer's outfit, plus 3 repair kits, plus 3 scrap kits, which is, scrap kits is their new deal with your scrap in your inventory and send it right to your camp box stash. That's their new convenience item now, which is a pile of crock. But it is something that they have available, and it was all in this one bundle for $10, and I had spare $10. I figured, you know what, I get far more out of this than anything else on offer, so you know what, yeah, I'll pay for a little $10 bundle of all of that stuff. For some reason I don't understand, I still don't understand, and I have done all possible troubleshooting to make it work, but it doesn't. The bundle doesn't register on my account. I essentially paid $10 for something that Fallout 76 is not actually going to give me. I have tried resetting the console after the purchase. I have tried a full-on power cycle after the purchase. I have tried uninstalling all of the content of the game and then reinstalling it onto the fucking console, and it still doesn't change it. The account doesn't recognize the 10 megabyte bundle that I spent $10 for as mine. So it will not give me the atoms, it will not give me the costume, it won't give me any of those fucking little scrap and repair kits that I didn't really care all that much about. But, I mean, hey, if they were giving them out as a freebie just to get someone to buy it, I was like, sure, I had the spare money, and they won't even give it to me. This is probably one of the astoundingly bad factors that is leading me to drop the game entirely. I will be continuing to try to see if I can make it work, but regardless of if it does or not, I'm no longer playing Fallout 76. I dropped it from LPing on the channel. I might start deleting those videos entirely. I am giving myself a week to think about that one, but I am so just unamused with Fallout 76 and its problems and its shenanigans and the tactics that Bethesda has been pulling with Fallout 76. I no longer will make fun of Anthem players because Fallout 76 is relatively as bad, if not worse. I feel that Fallout 76 is not a good game, and I do not want to glorify it on my channel anymore. I am strongly leaning towards I will actually delete those videos. I'm fairly certain that by next week those videos will be gone. So if for whatever reason you liked those videos, go ahead and watch them, and whatever. Like them, whatever. I might not delete them outright, I might just unlist them. Put them in like some sort of vault somewhere on my channel. And yeah. I just I've had it. I've had it with Fallout 76. I've had it with Bethesda's obvious greed and bullshit when it comes to this game. Some of their newest additions to the game are features that were, well, some of them are features that were ripped from the game to then sell back, which is exactly things that were accused of EA with The Sims in the past. And I'm just, yeah. Bethesda used to be one of my favorite game developers. Their antics with Fallout 76 has severely impacted their standing in my eyes. I'm disappointed. I really wanted this game to be good, and it isn't. So anyway, to make a long video short, I had a hell of a week 3 weeks ago, a very emotionally draining week 2 weeks ago, and last week was just I just wanted to relax. I had a little mini vacation from work. I had 4 days off. I just wanted to relax and not think of doing anything, and that's essentially what I did. So it was nice and calming. So I figured I'd let you know I'm still alive. I'm not dead. Not yet. And I'm still chugging along. But the last couple of weeks were bad. Last week was okay. It was actually pretty great. I just sat around watching a lot of streamers on Twitch. Mainly a couple dorks that I enjoy. And you got to see my guns, and one of them fell out of their holster, the pocket holster in particular. You got to see my guns, and you got to have me talk about video games. Yay! It's the thing I based my entire channel on. I finally got to talk about in a vlog. Woo! Alright, so anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm unsure of how to end these vlogs now because of things that are going on. So, I'll see y'all in the next video, I guess. The next vlog, or whatever it may be. This has been the one, the only Stray Cat, making vlogs, playing video games, talking about video games, talking about guns, and talking about shitty things in my life that happen, because that's just how I am now. And eventually I'll see you guys soon. And till next time, I'm just going to keep on living as much as I can for you.